Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Holder of Place. It's a playtest as opposed to the demo. Even though it shows them both, it is now the playtest, which means there's new stuff we can mess with. Now let's go ahead and click on start and see what kind of nonsense we can get into. Now starting out, I do happen to know, we get to this first little point up here. We get a choice, and these determine our run. We have Fate's Beloved, or we have the Faith. Fate's Beloved, or we have the Wanderer. I'm going to go with Fate's Beloved because we haven't gotten to play with that. I did do a little bit of a test run and I failed it. I got to the first boss, I took 1 damage and I was like, I'm going to start this over. So now we get to choose what our starting one is. Summoned followers also count as Fate's Beloved, so we could actually summon a bunch of dudes with that. We could go the Hound one and actually have multiple Fate's Beloveds. We have, after they attack, give a random follower +1/+1 until end of combat. So basically it's an escalator for everything else. We could also have the Moth of Growing, which gives us +1 attack damage or +1 health, random. And you have one that is whenever faith is gained by a follower, it gives them +1/+2. We're going to go with the Moth of Growing, simply because it seems like the appropriate one out of these. Because now we just recruit guys and we win. Sort of. Not entirely, because it is just a random buff. And it's only followers, it is not supports. So we have to keep that balance between, do we get another moth to augment us, or do we take a follower that's strong on their own? As far as this opener, after surviving combat, give a random follower +1 health permanently. And at the start of combat, give them faith. We're going to go with the faith guy first. Out of these, Hoarder is very, very tempting, because it does escalate our health. I'm going to go ahead and lock that one, and I'm going to recruit you. That way we can actually get a health growth going on. Start combat. And just go ham on this. I don't know if we actually get to, choose whether it's health or life, but in the test run that I did, it pretty much always went to damage as opposed to life, which is why I failed that one. So, I wish it was alternating, that or pumped the lowest. What are you? For each attack, invert attack damage and health until the end of combat. Whenever faith is gained, we get that +1/+2, or we can just take this guy. I don't really care about this one. It's not bad, but we need constant faith for that. So we're going to go ahead and grab you. And you are going to go back here for now. Start combat. And unfortunately, we're not set up to really take these guys out quickly, because they're going to just, kill off that guy, and then it's between these two that are going to get the health. He gave it to himself. That kind of sucks a little bit, but it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. We probably should go for another follower, but we do have the option of another moth. Follower is... Oh. The prospector's not bad. I think we go for another faith, but we recruit the +2 faith supplicant as opposed to the initiate. Although, that does require him to die to get 2. He's going to be replaced later, so we might as well. He goes at the front. Okay, as far as our loadout here, we're going to go like this. That's going to guarantee that we kill this guy. Oh, we actually did get life on that one. Cool. And there's our faith from our 1 moth. Oh, why did it not kill that one? I thought we did 7 damage. No, we only dealt 6. I'm a dumbass. There we go. Who's he going to buff? Yay, he buffed the important one. This is the important character. We need them to be extremely tanky. So 9 faith. And yes, we do actually want to hoard faith a little bit. We're going to go vigor. Why? Because we want this guy to be tankier. He needs to be tankier for our boss fight so we can get more room. You give another random follower +1/+1 until end of combat. The next follower is recruited, they get +1/+1. I think we skip on this one and just hold on to our faith. There are things that we can get that are extremely powerful, but we have to find them first. And I think we still win this one. I probably should have actually recruited a faith guy and replaced the faith guy on that one, so we would have gotten a buff here, but I think we still win this. And these guys will take out our little friend there, so we don't have to worry about them getting life, because it only does it to the living characters. So he's either going to buff himself or he's going to buff backline. We're at 17 faith now. That's what I'm saving up for. We should see better things here. There we go. We have consume 4 faith to summon 2 2/4 sculptures. Repeat each dead follower's death effect. So consume 3 faith to gain +1/+1 permanently. Ooh. Oh, that's a good one. After each attack, deal 3 random damage. Ooh. But they will only take 2 damage from each attack. That one would be actually really, really nice later on. I'm going to go ahead and lock you. The question is, do we go Reaper or do we go Imbued Aspect? I think we go Imbued Aspect on this guy, because we're going to be keeping him around to buff that. We're probably going to be replacing other characters. I am very tempted by that, but these are a lot of faith things. So I'm going to go ahead and invoke that on you. So the Imbued Hoarder now will do more damage. He's going to do 4 damage a turn, and it's going to be scattered. We'll go in on the Hobgoblin. Hopefully we can win it. If we fail it, we move on. And this is our best setup. That guy in the back row is scary, by the way, because he grows with each and every fight. He does. So we have to take him out quickly. So we've got basically 2 turns until he... Oh, he might not take out our... Yeah, I think we actually win this, because he can't take this guy out in 1 turn, and we just kill him. Yay, we get another space. And we're up to 15 faith again. I am going to gain follower capacity. Always follower capacity. Faith is nice, but I can handle faith through followers. It's one of those things. If a random follower +2/+2 permanently. We do have another moth here. Gain the ability reroll during recruit events. Ooh, that would not be bad. That is a... I imagine that is something that we put on. It says acquire. So this might be an item that we just equip. I'm going to acquire that. That costs 10. Okay, and it's just activated. Okay. And yes, we can speed it up down here in the bottom right. I'm not, because I actually want to know what's going on with my characters. Okay, bonk, bonk, bonk. And that guy does not die. I was hoping we'd get another hit on him, but alas, my ass, we did not. They do 8 damage per round, which kind of sucks. So that guy's dead. I think we actually lose this one, because we haven't gotten damage on you. Yep, we lose this one. We're gonna take heart damage. No. We got a little bit of faith from that, at least. That is a bad sign. We actually need to recruit another guy this time. Okay, we've got a loom this time, so we actually just have moths. Oh, death effect, deal damage equal to 3 random enemies. Choose a follower to also be counted as Fate's beloved. Yes. I will choose you. So they are both Fate's beloved. We're gonna lose this one again. So we're gonna be down to 3 core life. Although that helped out. It gives us one more round to actually survive. Okay, we might actually win this one due to random chance. And yeah, we actually got that one. Sweet. We didn't lose life. It was the same encounter. We just got better with our shots there. Continue. And yeah, we want these two surviving. We're going to go ahead and gain +1 attack damage. Because that makes us able to deal with scary stuff a little better. And we're on to new camps now, so that leads me to believe problems are about to start. Have another one of those. Whenever faith is gained by another follower, gain 1 faith. Whenever random damage is dealt by a non-Fate's Beloved follower, Fate's Beloved will deal random damage equal to their attack damage. So it's only non... So by making that guy to Fate's Beloved, we actually don't get that effect. We are going to go with... Emissary. So they both gained stats. Obviously, we're getting a bunch of life. I would like a little bit more attack now. I'd like attack now, game. Please. Please give me attack. And that one goes down. We get a little bit more faith there. Okay, so that guy's going to kill him. And now, yeah, we actually got through that. The relying on the random damage is not always the wisest of things, but it works. Okay, we're at 13 faith, which means we should be getting okay stuff. Okay, upon death, summon 1/2 swarms of bees. Ooh, gain 1 faith on damage. It's a question. This one on this guy might actually be really good. But then we're not getting any more stats on our main characters. And this does, at the start of combat, it's just 5 damage at the very beginning. It's not continuous. This one's continuous. So I'm going to go ahead and invoke that on you. They are our faith battery. I am probably leaning a bit too much into getting faith, especially since things are getting way more life. And those things are doing 4 damage now. Okay, so there's 19 faith. Okay, so you die. And I think, yeah, we win. Easily we win. And we are capped out at 20 faith. So we've gone a little bit overboard on faith. We can replace this guy, though. So now that we're at 20 faith, we should be getting way better options. What are you? In combat, whenever an adjacent follower gains stats, this follower will gain the same amount. After each attack, deal random damage equal... Okay. Deal random damage equal to attack damage. So that guy's a 2/6. He's 18. I'm gonna go with... I mean, he's not that good, is the thing. And we're losing a little bit of our faith production for an 18 cost guy. I think we re-roll. When the next follower is recruited, enhance the combat trait to with +1 to all values. Okay. I think out of these... Ooh, hollow followers. We could get sloppy with that. The thing is, we don't have enough slots to do it. I'm going to lock you. And I'm going to invoke this on you. I kind of want that one that we locked. So now they're going to get to attack twice. False Sun. We're probably going to lose this one. We can lose a life. I need the extra slot if it's possible. So the False Sun is right there. While the Sun is still alive, all followers' combat traits are disabled. This enemy has no combat trait. So they're going to get combat traits whenever they are killed. Which means random damage would be the way to go here. So they will still whack us, just annoyingly. Oh, it was our combat traits were disabled. That's, I guess, yeah, that was what was going on. Okay, we got a little bit of faith from that. Continue. We're going to go ahead and gain more follower capacity because that's what we want. We got another loom. We did lock this one in, but it's too expensive right now. We've got Moth of Weaving. We've got a Fate's Beloved +1/+2 until end of combat. This would make us swell with life. Could make another Fate's Beloved out of these guys. But we don't have enough faith for that one. I think we actually go for the Moth of Healing. And that basically gets rid of the need for this guy for faith, but actually it'd probably get rid of that guy for faith. Let's go for... yeah, we're going to recruit that one over to that slot. Now we're going to be just getting plus life at the start of every combat, I think. This is going to be a tough fight, but I think we've got it. Start combat. Already at 7 faith. Anything we kill will get us more faith. Here's our faith up. 14. Yes. So they kill him. You are going to be tanking for him. And we're going to get more life out of this. And LeBonk. And then we get the life boost there. Because I think that's at start of combat that it gives it. Yeah. At the start of combat, it gives the health. Whenever your follower gains stats, okay, whenever that one gains stats, we can actually get +3 random damage. Unfortunately, we can't really rely on that. That is another moth. We do have enough to get this one. That is another moth, though. I think we are going to replace... I hate replacing this guy, but I think that's probably our best bet. That said, this guy's not really doing too much. He's getting us about 3 fate. No, 1, 2, 3. No, he's actually getting us more, so you're the one who gets to go away. We're not getting extra attack damage on these, which is kind of ruining my plans. We are very low on characters at the moment. But this double attack, so it's going to do half damage again. So they're going to kill him off. You're going to have to... oh, God. Yeah, they're going to kill him off. Which means we don't get the bonus there. But we still win. We still go up to 20 faith. I wonder if there's going to ever be a way to increase faith capacity. And we don't get the extra life bonus from him. Imbued Hoarder. So that's you. I think we go for the extra attack damage. Just because it needs more damage. We need more damage coming out. This follower can have up to 4 additional traits. Start combat. Consume all faith to gain equal amount of attack damage until end of combat. After surviving combat, get +1/+1 permanently. And consume 1 core health for a wish for a follower or aspect. That's intriguing. I am going to have that replace you. And if I can make this one another faith, I will. Okay, there's a little bit of damage in on them. That last guy's a little scary. But I think we do just fine. Yeah. Extra health to you is fine. And now we continue. Yeah, I need to recruit guys so we can actually get more attack on these two as well. We have another opportunity for a loom. I don't think we're going to keep this guy locked anymore. The stats of followers adjacent Fate Beloved. No, we don't care about that. Whenever random damage is dealt by a non-Fates Beloved follower. No. Deal damage equal to maximum health to 3 random enemies. No, we're going to reroll that. Whenever a follower gains attack damage, Fates Beloved gains the same amount. No. We could actually go for another one of those instead of maybe something here. But I think we go ahead and just skip it. We didn't see anything of value there. I want a thing to turn this guy into a Fates Beloved as well. So let's hope we can actually beat this one. These guys are going to be awful to deal with. Because they are going to just totally destroy our front line, because he's going to die. Now we don't get the extra life from that. This one's actually doing pretty good. It's just a matter of we might have to consider getting rid of something. This guy's probably the least valuable. We could actually move him like that. Random combat trait. Whenever a new follower is recruited, permanently steal 2 attack damage from them. No. After each attack, gain 1 faith. That might be worth getting instead of that guy. I'm going to actually reroll. I want another one of the thing that makes them a Fates Beloved. Frankly, out of these, I think we swap you out. Let's go ahead and replace you. They both got life, sadly. This guy's not getting traits. Yep, we're gonna go after it. Why not? We can hope for the best, right? Right? We're making horrible decisions. We're playing with butterflies. Okay, he's got a lot of support guys. I don't know what those do. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, 125 life. That's not good. Those are woods. They have no combat traits. Black Knight's attack will always kill the target. We have lost this one, unfortunately. Because he's going to have to die in 4 turns, and we just don't have that. So there's no way we can win this one. So we're just going to gather faith off of it. That's going to be 2 turns. 3. Okay, so that's 1 turn we deal 4 attacks. So we're going to get 2 faith off of this if we put him there or that. There's no way we can do 125 because that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage per turn. We would need way more than 4 turns. So we're just going to go for faith. Because the bonus damage doesn't get applied. There's nothing we can do about it. So we just want the faith. We take the damage. Continue. We didn't get another slot, which sucks ass. We get more looms. Start a summon a Fate Beloved in front of this. Ooh. That might be better than you. I wonder, would that one actually be better? Oh, nope, we have the more important one. Choose a follower to be counted as a Fate's Beloved. We are going to lock that one, I believe. Actually, no, we're going to lock that one. We're going to purchase you for that. And here's hoping we actually win this one. And we'll probably get the copy one for this, so we can actually copy this guy. We might swap that up a little bit. This one should be able to tank this for the most part, I think. Yeah, it'll be able to tank through it. We'll get the extra life. Yay, 24 life on that one. Yeah, we might want to copy this guy. Later on, we might want to copy the guy over there on the left, but for now, I think we're fine. Give another random follower until end of combat. Summon a 1/2. Oh, we can actually go summoning if we want to. Gain 1 follower capacity. Oof. Yeah, we're going to acquire that. We need to make up for the fact that we lost a follower there. We have another hunt in 6 turns. These guys don't have any special abilities, so that's good. The reason I'm hesitant to get rid of this guy is because it's counting for all 3 of these. They do their half damage again. So you die. That means we don't get the bonus there. We might want to move this guy to the left. But now we do have another slot, so we can get another dude at least. That'll get us some buffs. Give all followers +1 health permanently. That one seems more... Out of the locks, I think we're actually going to lock that one instead. We're going to recruit you and send you up front to tank for him. You're going to go to the back, and we're going to swap those 2. Because you can tank a lot better. Yeah, this seems like the layout we want for now, because we need to get more fate. Or more faith, sorry. So that's kind of the goal there. You're gonna die. This is fine. So we got 15 coming on you. That's gonna put you at 13. So that means you don't die this turn, you die next turn. If, actually, no, we don't even die next turn. You just survive. The only downside here is we might end up giving this guy life, which I'm not really concerned about. I don't really want more life on him. Okay, we could do a recruit on this guy. Start of combat, give adjacent followers +1/+1. Chosen follower gets +2 health permanently. There's another Fate's Beloved. Think we... Oh, okay, so it didn't re-roll that guy. Good. Start of combat, take 1 damage and gain 1 faith. Place you. Oh, this is going to be a rough fight as well. Yeah, we have 2 turns until a boss fight. I don't think we're actually going to win this run. Because they're going to kill him. That's going to give a +1/+1 to a random friend. We kill you. Kill another one. You don't die this turn. I think you die before the end of this, though. Oh, nope, you don't. You somehow survive it. So now that you're getting more life, we might actually put you up front. We actually have 5 life, 5 damage there. And it's a permanent buff. Do we have the thing that lets them count as Fate's Beloved? That means... I think we swap. Replace this one. So now we have a bit more damage. I need more room as well. And this is the Dragon Hunt. I think you need to go to the front and tank for us. You're going to take one of the hits, my guy. I think we do that. Yeah, start combat. There's a little bit of faith for the moths. Unfortunately, our alt target thing does absolutely bupkis. Although, our new moth is saving our ass. Guys, we're going to get 15 attacks with this guy before he goes down. Oh, wait. No, we're not going to get 15. Yeah, we're going to soak 15 attacks. Let's put it that way. So do I think we can actually get through this boss with that? I don't know. We're going to be doing a decent amount of damage. So they take 10 damage per turn. And we deal 5. So we have one more attack, and then that is a core point gone. I'm very hesitant to think we might. I don't think we're going to beat this one. I think we go to a camp. Continue. We do get faith from this, by the way. As far as our front line goes... I think that the Moth of Clawing is absolutely useless now. I think we move you back. And you actually replace this guy. This is just for the boss hunt that we're going with this. Start combat. Okay, so they've got basically 2 turns to smack you around. Oh, and that's buffing our backline guy, at least, for the rest of combat. And we're getting faith off of that. We need the faith for the interfight purchases. That's one reason why I moved him back. I don't think we're going to win this round. I think we'll win next round. With 1 life left over. Although I could be wrong. Our rock guy is getting rather large. He's doing, what, 14 damage right now? Unfortunately, that last guy's going to die as soon as our faithful are gone. Yeah, I don't think we win this round. I think we win next round. Because you die, you take, what? 2 rounds of hits, maybe? See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16... Oh, nope, you actually survived this one. We don't have double attacks, though. And then this guy dies to them. So we have 1 more fight left to do here. Got 17 faith from it, though. Depth 52. You get to go back out in front. After Fate's Beloved takes damage, give all named non-Fate's Beloved followers +1/+1 until end of combat. That's not going to be worth it for now. I'm going to do a reroll. See what else we have. Consume 3 faith to gain +1/+1 permanently. I think we just go with this and we actually put you in the... No, we're not even going to put you in the back. We're going to put you up front because we're going to kill this. Might as well just get the fate and have him up front just in case. They only have 10 life. We do more than 10 damage. And we will see how far we can go into Endless. I don't think it'll be very far. But we've played the new class. Continue. And yeah, thank you for playing. This says it's the demo. This is the playtest. So it has access to this stuff. If you're wanting access to this stuff, you have to sign up for the playtest. Start runs with Origin. Okay. Origin followers that drastically alter available cards. This one kind of feels like an Origin character. Fresh followers, trinkets, and more. And then fragments. Recover the stone tablets holding Mir's history. Oh, that's going to be story in this. And then we journal and stuff like that. Tells us a bit about the history. This is probably going to be the hard story. So let's go into endless mode and see how far we can get on this. We've only gone for about 30, 40 minutes. We can go deeper. After surviving combat, gain +1/+1 permanently. Follower can attack an additional time. That would actually not be a bad one. We are gonna go... Ooh. That one... I think we lock that. But we use this one to replace that. And we move you to the back. So we have the shield moth. We have the weaving moth. +1/+1 until the end of combat. This one's probably the next one that goes away, and we replace it with the one that gives us the attack and a half effect. But this one will make this guy, because he's the only non-Fates Beloved, do an extra attack each time these guys attack. So this one double attacks. So he's going to be doing basically 5 attacks per turn. We might be able to make it a little distance into this. Because he's going to attack every single time. And these guys only do 2 damage each. And they are pumping that guy up right now. It's kind of comical to me. And with this combo, we hit 20 faith very easily in pretty much any combat we come across. Which makes me very happy. So that basically gives us 8 more attacks just by having this one guy here. This one might be worth keeping. I don't know yet. That's the death effect. That's the health one for Fates Beloved. Fates Beloved can have up to 4 additional traits. Oh, no, we're not going to take another Fates Beloved one. I think we lock that. You can have up to 4 additional traits. But I am going to go ahead and keep that one locked. We're going to invoke that on you. And we start combat again. Obviously, this guy's not going to be our best tank, because he can only take 9 hits. But if we get that Fates Beloved, can have additional ones, and then we can do an additional attack on the guy that shoots, that's going to help out a ton. And yeah, these big damage guys, not a threat to us. It's more just the swarms and summons and things that just immediately kill us that are a problem. So we don't want to do the Black Knight. If we run across it, the Black Knight is bad. And we're staying at 20 faith regardless. After each attack, deal random damage equals attack damage. Ooh, we give up a lot of faith. We get 4 faith per turn regardless. Plus whatever the enemies are, so that's going to be probably like 10 per turn. Do we give up our faith gen for a guy that's going to be doing even more? Yeah, we're going to replace this guy. We're going offense. And start combat. That's looking good. And this guy's just turning into a shotgun, which is hilarious to me. Yeah, now the enemies are starting to get a little bit on the tough side. So these shotguns are not as valuable, but they do enough work. That's not terrible. The question is, which one do we... I think we might actually replace the +1 moth with the one that gives us the ability to get more modifiers on our dudes. Which means we have to save our points for that. Yeah, this is the one that I might actually end up replacing. Oh. Oh, no. We need another slot. And I just need all of these. Yeah, that one's useless to us. This one is a yes. Because that means we're going to be dealing random damage countless times. It's a toss-up between these two, which one goes away. We keep that one locked, because we absolutely do want that one. Those are useless. These two are really good, because this would get us our faith gen back. This gets us our damage output, because that's an extra 14 times... It's like... Yeah, that's a lot. 14 times 5 damage. Think we replace... I wish I could lock two things. I'm hoping we get that other one again soon. We're going to fight the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is the better target. He's going to be buffed, but... Start combat, but he's the one that grows. He doesn't just automatically kill us. We can take on the Legion with this. We could 100% take on the Legion with this. We have broken things. We're almost dead, but we have broken things. I appreciate this. And no, this guy can't gain life from that. They can no longer gain life due to this. So we are at a wall. But the question is, what kind of wall are we at? No, none of these are particularly great. This moth is 1 out of our price range. I think we'd replace this one with it. We just skip. We go on to the next fight. I don't know what depth we can get to. But let's just go ahead and start. None of these... Oh, that guy, last guy has a modifier. I forgot to check it before the start of the fight. We'll find out soon enough. Watch it be just instant death for all of us. In fact, I think it might be. Oh, we'll never know. We murdered it before it got a turn. Gotta find those broken combos. They'll end up being patched out in the final version of games like this usually. So you gotta try them now. Okay, so we have max faith. Yep, this one replaces that one. Replace you. Although it does look like our health might still be going up. Adjacent enemies will take 1 less damage while we do a bunch of 1 damage attacks. It's fine. We're running across weird enemies that we have not seen before, though. I'm just loving this. This is actually very popcorn cathartic pain nonsense. And yeah, we just murder both these guys right off the bat, I think. Wait, they're not taking damage from that. Why are you guys not taking damage from that? This thing's dead. So they should be taking damage from that. Yeah, why are they doing 0 damage? I mean, we still murder them with the punch of the face. This thing should have stopped giving them that bonus after it died. That's very strange. We're gonna go with plus attack. Always want plus attack on this, I think, because that just gives us more shots. Yeah, that guy just... If we had another one of those, we'd go for it. Let's go ahead and re-roll. After each attack, deal 3 random damage. I wonder if that... You know what? We're going to invoke that. On you. The reason... There is a reason for this. I want to see... Also, this one is... This enemy's attack will also half the target's health. Oh, no. I want to see if this causes it to trigger twice. Not that we'll be able to tell. Because it might come in too fast. I think it did trigger twice. Because that seems like a lot more stuff going out there. So we'll keep that. And we might just hoard faith for a couple fights. I don't know what depth we get to with this chaos, but... No, we just go ahead and skip. I suppose I could have re-rolled and see if we got anything better, but I'm just going to save my faith. This guy has, before the start of combat, disable the combat traits of the frontmost and backmost follower until the end of combat. Fine, I will do that. This guy, I'm fine with him losing it. I think it might have actually impacted this instead of our... Oh, yeah, they're followers, not units. That's fine. Continue. We're going to reorganize you guys in a minute. There you go. This follower will only take... Okay, so it disabled this guy. When the next follower is recruited, enhance their combat trait. Actually, as far as those... We're going to actually move that to the end. So it actually hit those two. This could be stacked twice, so we'd get even more shots. Is that better than the health one? Don't think so. I am going to put that additional trait on... Okay, since we have the one that gives them 4 extras, I'm going to try this on you. And it looks like we've got both of them. Yeah. I don't think we've seen the Cinder Queen. I'm going to try the Free Company, because I remember that being one where we wanted a lot of this shotgunny bullshit. Palisade will only take 1 damage from each attack. So let's see how this goes. We may only have 1 life, but that's all you need. Okay, I'm liking this build. We got it set up with like the hairy last minute. But I'm liking this build. No. Actually. No. We don't have any way to work on them. Start of combat. Double the stats of followers until the end of combat. That is a moth. Unfortunately, as opposed to a boost. Yeah, we're going to skip most of the moths. I think I like this combo right now. I don't want to upset that balance. I think probably the one that we are most likely to remove is going to be the Moth of Shielding. But even then, that makes it really hard for them to kill us. Because if they do get an attack, which some of them will, if they do get an attack, this guy needs to be able to survive. Otherwise, we get trounced. Gains health equal to faith. That would actually not be a bad one to put here if we had the option to get another random damage trigger. I'm gonna lock this guy. If we see the random damage trigger as a pickup, I will. I don't think we can get the swap though. Is the thing. If we get another slot, which I'm not sure we can actually go any higher than this. We might be able to go up to 9. If we can get another slot, I'll put him in there. Start combat. We're running across weird crap now. I don't know how much damage we're doing with each volley of that, but it is significant. What I need now is an additional slot. Thing is, I don't think it actually will let us have it. Random followers get +1/+1 attack. Why not? Summon a 1/1 copy of this follower. That's not a bad one. You currently have 2 traits. I think we do... I think we do invoke that one. On you. I don't know if it'll actually summon it because we don't have an open slot, but we'll find out. It does, okay. And it does count as one of these trigger guys. So if they survive that, we do get 2 attacks on him, I believe. And we're going to be full on faith pretty much the entire time because we don't have anything to really mess with. We could get more summons of this guy as well. That's not a bad one. I'm just going to re-roll. We can burn a little bit to see if we can get anything better. I'm going to go ahead and unlock this guy. And yeah, we skipped that one. There's nothing we can do in that one. That is unfortunate. I think we might hit 100 depth. Oh, he swapped positions with it. That's fine. Yeah, that wasn't the worst thing ever. I was slightly worried when I saw that go to the front. I was like, oh, crap. But no, it was just, hey, we're swapping your front and your back. Sure, why not? This follower will gain double the amount of stats. I think we go... Yeah, this one can have up to 4 additional traits. So we can actually do this on him. I don't think there's anything we want in here. This is probably the best one. I'm going to go ahead and invoke it on you. So now it'll do more damage whenever it triggers this guy, if we can get more life. Out of these, we go Free Company or Hobgoblin. I think we go Free Company again, because why not? It's not like they're getting more difficult. This guy is the only one that has any real effect. So he basically negates a lot of damage by just only taking one. But at the same time, I think we do lethal on this turn one. Yeah, that is just a turn one kill. We didn't even get to this guy. Wonder if we're going to run into another dragon at 100. These... We replace itself? Oh, that didn't actually get us stats, did it? Oh, darn. Did that one? No, that did not one hit kill them. That 2-hit killed them. I don't know how much damage we have actually going out on that. It's a lot. You're up to 15. What are you growing in permanent damage from? Oh, after surviving combat. That is why. All followers are unique. I'm assuming that, yes, we are. No other follower has the same name, so that would actually be a good one. Give all other followers +2 health until end of turn. I think we go that as your 4th trait. Or do we do that as your 2nd trait? You can chop through big things. Because if we get it on this guy, the +1/+1, he can actually go even harder. So I'm thinking I don't want to take that off of him. But I don't know if we can have redundance either. You know what? Screw it. We can invoke it on somebody else as well. That's going to be 4. That's all 4 of your traits. Let's see what else we can do. Things are getting big. They're getting 100 some odd life. Did we kill any in the first volley? We killed one. I'm really curious how much damage that's adding up to. It's just kind of flowing. So we're breaking Holder of Place extremely hard. With 1 life left, maybe we'll run across a heal. Oh. Mirroring. Remove the mirroring Fate's Beloved. No, we're just gonna gain the faith. I don't want to remove my strongest guy. Hell no. That is just not cool. Follower can have up to 4 additional traits. We don't really care about that. We're going to re-roll. At start of combat, consume all faith, gain equal amount of the attack damage till the end of combat. There's another +1/+1. We're going to invoke that on... We can actually invoke that on our frontliner, I believe. Yeah, that's the only one we care about here. So yeah, we'll invoke that on you. So now we're escalating 2 of them. Which should... We eventually want to be escalating all 3 of them, and we even might want to get that doubling effect on all 3 of them. Ow. I was adjusting my fan because it is actually really warm in here right now. So far, we're not running into trouble yet. This guy's getting +2 to 2. This guy's getting +1/+1. They're not getting... I don't think they're actually getting the extra life. I think they're just getting the extra damage because we have the shield up, but... Double the stats of followers adjacent to Fate's Beloved until end of combat. Repeat each Death Follower's effect. Reroll, see if we have something better. You cannot get another trait. You already have this trait. I think we'll go ahead and invoke that on you, so we actually have that on the little guy as well. And the only other ones, this guy is not going to be doing the growth aspect, I don't think. Which is fine. I think we still have enough, I think we have enough growth between those two. And this is mitigating all of our single damage. Unfortunately. So we're gonna have to brute force these two guys. I hate that that makes them reduce the damage by 1 right out of the gate. Because we're not going to be able to actually do anything about it. They're going to be able to hit us a handful of times. We still mitigate the damage down to 2, so it's not a big deal. But it's going to make this very laggy. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. See what that does. That is absolutely atrocious. Are we actually going to win this one is the question. I think we will, but it's going to be nasty because of that one that's causing it to be all 0 damage. And I would have thought that that would go away after they die, but we still do enough damage. I think our frontliner is going to die, though. But yeah, it's just going to be laggy on this first little round. I think we kill the first one, and then our frontliner dies. And then we kill the backliner. Unfortunately, going faster on this one isn't going to do anything simply because of this nonsense regarding, hey, guess what? We're already lagging you with the amount of shots that we take. So we've got to kill that guy in 5 turns, or our friend dies. We don't have scaling on, so that's not going to do too much. But yeah, he's mitigating all the damage. I think, no, he might actually survive. Because we're going to do 16. Oh, it reduces it by 1, so they can't just straight math that. But our back guy will get stronger. I mean, our boulder guy will get stronger. I think our front guy actually survives. I wasn't thinking he did because of how much life they had, but this is the arduous part of this particular... Continue. That is not worth... None of those are good. That's another one of those. +2/+2 permanently and then keep them from being moved. Are you at 3? Yeah, you're at 3. And I'm going to put that on you. So you get double stats. Literally the only reason. You know what? I'm going to try the Cinder Queen. I want to see what she is, because we haven't actually seen her. Dead things return to haunt again. This is not the first time you face these adversaries. Oh, this is the same thing right there. Whenever a follower dies, give all Cinderflies +2/+3. Okay, that is actually perfectly fine. Start combat. I think they all... I don't know if the Cinder Queen dies. But all of her followers probably do. Oh, never mind. She dies too. Okay, continue. And we just shotgun everything. Yes, I am very interested in what we can actually do as far as our next depths. It doesn't look like we're going to get another slot anytime soon. And I do wonder at what point this build starts to fall apart. What depth can we get cut off at? I love it when games let you break them like this, though. I know that's probably going to be nerfed out. Like, there's going to probably be put a limit on the chaining. But I like it when games let you do this. I do think that there needs to be a consolidation of these whenever you reach a certain point of them, though. Because at the moment, we are going hard. We don't need another loom. I wonder if we're going to only get looms from here on out. Start the combat there. Because that's conspicuous that we got 2 looms in a row. God, that shotgun. And this finishes off the other 4? Yep. Anyone want to calculate out how much damage we're doing? I would be enthralled to see how much we're actually doing. I don't feel like mathing it out right now, but it's got to be a lot because we're doing... It's all just single damage things too, so against things that actually soak that damage... Sure, plus attack damage. We're not recruiting another follower unless we get another slot. We don't want to upset our balance. Follower can attack 1 additional time. I mean, we already have that. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Skip. We don't care. That one was pointless for us. We're in the Endless Sands again. You, before the start of combat, disable the combat traits of the most frontmost and backmost follower units. Yada, yada, yada. That means that we lose that one and that one. So he's going to not be able to attack twice. Oh, darn. We're going to have to rely on the person behind him. Whatever will we do with the person behind him doing all the work of attacking twice? Definitely needs to be consolidated, though. Especially as this guy keeps escalating. It's going to get even laggier. Actually, I don't think there's a setting I could change to actually fix that either. And we can't do it during this animation. Oh, settings is down there. Yeah, no, it's just background music. Continue. Let's murder him. That's +3/+3. That's the faith one. We're going to go ahead and re-roll. Skip. Nothing there is actually working for us. Let's go ahead and murderize these guys. Any of them special traits? After each attack, deal 2 damage to all followers. Okay, it's not going to get a... I don't think that one's going to get a chance to attack, but we'll find out. It just, like, freezes for a second where the game's like, oh, shit. Not this again. No, I don't want more. And it is escalating the further in we get because that guy's getting 33. So we are going to have 6 attacks before he even gets to start his turn. To do that, 30-something damage in a normal attack. So he just shotguns everything. Because I think for each attack, he's doing 66 damage shots. So... And now he's going to be doing 70 damage shots. Escalating. Because this guy triggers it twice. Because he does them twice. I think we lock you. And we invoke... I'm going to actually see something. We invoke this on you. So now if he gets the double one, he's going to get +4/+0. Hobgoblin. We're not fighting the Black Knight. The Black Knight can suck it. We've got past 100. I wonder at what point I just call it and say that we're just not going to lose. Because the enemy... Oh, wait, never mind. That enemy has 2,600 life. It was 2,667 at the start. So it might actually survive a volley. If we get rid of all the allies... Okay, so he's at 1864 at the start of that. 1864, we can figure out how much damage we're doing per turn. Unless he dies. We're doing over 1,864 damage per turn. So... however much that adds up to. So this one is... Noble Dragoon gets +2/+2. Continue. Is the game just going to break on us? Because, yeah, we're doing a crap ton of damage. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and acquire on this guy again. So he is locked. And this guy is just here to trigger this guy twice more. That's his whole purpose. But I suppose before we click fight, we could actually write down the total life of the enemies. And then subtract the amount to figure out exactly how much damage we're doing. Because we're at the point where we're not necessarily always killing them first turn. We are killing enough of them first turn that we could probably calculate it. Because it's all single damage hits. It's not like these are multi-damage hits. We're doing a little bit from the characters. We're doing like 20 damage and then we're triggering the thousands of damage after that. You know you're doing good at a game whenever it just goes to 1 frame per second. Obviously, those of you that watch the thing like Cole LLC will know that I need to set the settings on that one down so that we don't lag so much whenever we have a million guys. But even then, and I mean literally a million guys, we have gotten up to the point in that one where we had, I think it was a grand total of something like 15 million workers or something like that. I don't think this will work. Oh, it did. Okay. That's intriguing. This is supposed to keep us from gaining health. So I think that might be bugged. Oh, they're shuffling us. Oh no. Our character order does not matter. So that's not a thing that's a problem. I don't think we're going to get to 200. I think we're either going to lag out by then, or we're going to, like, lag out and the game will crash. Or we're going to hit a point where the enemies have escalated so much faster that there's nothing we can do. They only just started getting up into, like, the thousands. So that does not scare me very much as being a thing in, like, the next 50 or so depths. But whenever it's, like, at the 200 depth, maybe they're going to be in the millions, in which case we're doomed. But this is the experiment in how deep they go. If we ever run out of kind of like things to look at for bumping them. Like if we get all 4 on each of these and we don't have anything else to add on to them, then I will consider just skipping to the end and showing you guys where we got on it. Because we are still doing... We'll just gain 3 faith. But, because until then, we're still adding to this. Acquire for you. Okay, so let's actually do the math real quick. This guy, no more than 5 damage per attack. That doesn't actually influence us. The rest of these guys are numpties. We're actually over 1,000 on some common enemies, though. So I'm going to bring up calculator. You're going to hear a lull in the music real quick. I'm going to add up their total life starting out. That's going to be 30... Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to press. 35 plus 340 plus 755 plus 755 plus 1133, 1133, and 1133 equals 5,284 life. So we are going to start fight. We're going to immediately pause. And hopefully it'll pause after this attack, so we can math out how much life they had left. Because we'll be able to extrapolate. It's going to be... We do 14 more damage than this. No, actually, we do 14... I think this guy's only 2, so yeah, we do 14 more damage than this in a single turn. Okay, so we've got those going. So let us see. Minus 136, minus 115, minus 465, minus 447, minus 555. So that is 3,566 damage. Plus 14 would put it at 3,580 damage. So 3,580 damage. Seems reasonable. We can definitely go higher. I'm kind of surprised it's that low, oddly enough, with how much lagging it's doing. But if it's like going through and actually processing each of these lines individually, that could be why it's lagging there. I don't think this is intended as an incremental game, but we have turned it into an incremental game. Give me an achievement for getting to the depth of 200. If the dev is watching this. Baller can attack additional time. We don't care about that one. Okay, so you have 3 traits. You have 3 traits. This actually is probably better to have him triggering an additional time because he summons the extra guy. So that would be 3 attacks, so 6 attacks between them. That gives them... They trigger this a lot more. That's about 30%, oh, 50% more damage. So I'm going to invoke it on him. He's not going to be growing in strength, but he doesn't need to grow in strength. He is a trigger. This guy is move a random follower to the frontmost or backmost position. Cool, it doesn't matter. Unless they move this guy to the front. Which case, even then, I don't think they get a turn with which to do this. So we're going to kill maybe 2 or 3 of these guys. Unless it very evenly spreads the damage out. Because that guy over there is shooting for 21 each turn. You're shooting for 49 each turn. We need to get the double bonus on the first guy. I don't know if we're even going to get far enough in before it crashes to know if we're going to get 3 attacks from that ability, because I haven't tested that before. We haven't gotten that kind of skill early enough for me to be able to discern it. The only way we're going to do that is if we get to a point where we get past the first guy's 2 attacks. Health guy is literally just there. Oh, we didn't actually even kill one. They're all low life now, though, so... But yeah, it's one of those where we would need how much life on these guys? Somewhere around a grand total of at least... probably at least 30,000 life to even have a chance of verifying it. Probably a little bit higher. That's just off of, like, back of the brain, I'm tired math, but it's probably around that. Between 20 and 30,000. Continue. Now, if only we could get something that allowed us to share traits between these guys. I don't think we care about the triple damage on anybody but you. We need the stat doubler on this guy. We're going to go ahead and do a reroll. After surviving combat, gain 1 faith. We don't need that. Skip. We don't care if they die. If they die, that means the run ends. We're going to go free company. We're probably still going to one-shot them. Because they generally don't have massive amounts of life. They just have the one tanky boy in front. Boop. That reduces all damage to 1. Unfortunately, we all do 1 damage. And he just dies immediately. How many hits does he take to kill? I didn't even notice how much life he had at the start. I think it was like 47 or something. So imagine trying to chew through that and get 47 normal attacks. Instead of our current how many attacks? I think the guy in the 4th slot alone is doing 102 attacks per trigger, because we have the trigger from this guy happening twice. So it's just like, okay. And he just continues escalating, and it's 1 point of damage per damage output on them. Loom, we don't particularly care about. Skip. Yeah, Loom is absolutely pointless for us now. This is the guy that attacked the frontmost and backmost non-support follower. Ooh. I could actually wreck us. I'm going to swap you two. We'll move this guy back up after. Oh, he's going to attack the 1-1. Ah! I don't think that really impacts anything, friend. That reduces our damage by 2. Actually, it reduces our damage by a lot if it gets that far into the attack sequence. But him alone, he does 2 damage per volley. Because we're actually triggering it twice because this guy has 2 things where he deals that 1 damage. I love how it's just crunching through it. I'm not getting any encoding errors, which is hilarious on this. I use CPU encoding. So this might be just, it's going after a single thread. as opposed to multi-threaded. That could also just, yeah, the engine could just be doing single thread. Distinct possibility. I think we murder these guys. There we go. There's the shot from him. And yeah, you can see which one has the biggest impact on the volleys by how long after the other two it lasts. I love how we just have that solid line on each and every one of them, though, for the sheer number of attacks they do. Go for it. Are we even going to get hit on any of these? Because not only do they have to survive a volley of all of our guys hitting, they're going to have to survive several turns of that. Because unless they're multi-attacking themselves, they only do 2 damage per attack no matter how high their attack gets. Oh, and we got to the second swing. Oh, damn. Dude throwing hands. Depth 120 actually survived the first guy. I don't think it survives any further than this. Oh, it was trying to crash there. I don't think that showed up in the recording, but I saw my desktop for a second. It flickered. It was like... Okay. Continuing until crash or conquer. You're going to swap back over here. Actually, why not go like that? So 4 faith, summon 2, 2 force sculptures, no. Reroll. No, none of these are particularly great. We already have 4 things on you. So that's the max. You can't equip extra ones. So yeah, we just keep skipping. The only thing I want is the double damage one. I don't remember what it looks like. It's been a while since we've seen one. The double bonus one, that is, sorry. I don't remember what that guy does. I think he reduces damage down to 5. But even still, that's not going to matter. Or reduces it by... I don't think it reduces it by 5. He wouldn't be dead if he did that. So, I do think... either this needs to be optimized or changed slightly. Instead of a shotgun, maybe have it trigger the one that we have on the characters. Maybe have that trigger a single target damage of that amount. It would still be very strong, but it would keep it from lagging quite as much. So instead of doing 55 single damage attacks on our health guy, have it do a single 55 damage attack. That would cut down on processing requirements. Yes, it would make it more likely for you to one-shot big targets. But I do think that's probably a change that would need to be implemented to prevent this monstrosity. It looks like we're looking at a spreadsheet with all the ones. Everything in the ones column is a 1. All we're missing is one double damage thing. As far as my thought process about going further in, we are actually starting to get to the point at 123. And I do want to document how far in it takes for us to hit that wall, just for the sake of like first impressions and reviews if we go that route. This is a playtest, so it's not really fair to review it at this point, but I do actually I find a lot of promise in this one. So I do see this as a really fun game for me. Oh, and they survived a second wave, I think? Nope, we still have shots going off. Nope. No, are they going to survive that one? Is that group going to live? Oh, crap, they survived one. They survived one. We're starting to see the walls crack. They're escalating faster than we are. Yeah, I'm seeing my taskbar go, hi, is this crashing? Hi? It flashes up whenever it thinks the game is crashing because of how much time it's taking to process that stuff. It's great. I don't think it's showing on the recording, thankfully. I will watch for it next fight to make sure it's not. If it is, it doesn't matter. I don't have anything I can't show there. Don't have anything embargoed on my taskbar. If I had Steam open and it would show that, then I might. No. Do you see that red gate? The voice of the charging fate's beloved broke the silence. You look and see nothing. I'm afraid our paths must diverge here. Before you can speak, the charging fate's beloved is already unloading their gear. I wish you fortune in your quest, but I too must follow mine. Retain them or not, you must act fast. No, we're gonna go Faith. Because we don't want to lose that follower. I don't think you can go above 8. Which is kind of unfortunate. Skip. We're not changing up our butterflies now. This is just a beautiful combo. Oh, crap. What do you do again? Frontmost and backmost support follower. Sure, you'll do 2 damage. No, sorry, you're going to do 4 damage. 2 to him and 2 to him. So we're escalating without getting super big units, which I think is hilarious. I think to get into 200 range, we're going to need to get this guy a doubler soon. Because I have a gut feeling we're going to be talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions by then. Because even the base crap here has thousands. That is a bigger, that's kind of like, not a mid-boss, but an elite, if you will. It has the abilities and stuff like that. So that one is going to be a little bit disproportionate to the rest, but we're still dealing with thousands of life. We have 4 depth until the next hunt. I'm slightly curious what the deepest anyone has gotten in this is, though. I would not be surprised if it is a similar strategy to this. Because there is probably a escalation you can do with like this kind of guy, where you have the double resource and it would be like +6/+6 per battle, but even then, that's not as much as you would think. Because each battle is escalating way more than +6. You would need you would need everybody channeling into one guy who is getting double permanent stats. That is pretty much where I think you'd need to be to escalate to this point with an actual normal attack character. But I do like the idea of the butterfly. I just think that this should be 29 in a single attack instead of this volley of singles. This guy's growing good. Frankly, all of them are growing good that need to be growing good. The trigger guy, we don't really care about him being there. We are going to probably want to shuffle him back if we start running into enemies that could be a threat to him. But at the moment, we're basically 2 volleys in. We do 2 attacks with this guy and then 1 with this and everything's dead. I want to see if this guy does 3 attacks. Because of that modifier that we got. It's calculating. It be trying. And as the enemies die, it becomes a little bit less stuttery, I think. Okay, so we're on to you. Here comes the next big volley. And this should be the death of either the game or the enemies. When you get so deep that the enemies kill the game instead of you.
That is my goal.
And they are all focusing in on these few here, so they're going to go down a little faster. Oh, man. The sound is just like one dink every, what? 1,000? Let's see if we can actually time it. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. It's about every 5 seconds we have a calculation burst, I think. And then it brings them down and then it, like, clinks again. We might actually get to a second attack. Nope. We didn't. It's handling it. There you go. Continue. We don't have anything to spend the faith on, so we're just going to sit at 20 faith. Reroll. Nope, none of these are particularly great. Skip. We need probably more rerolls. Or some way to do it. We need like an artifact for that.
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can get for that.
And a reliquary we don't have activated. I think we would have lost if we had a reliquary. But yeah, basic enemies, the tougher ones getting 3,000 is an indicator that shit's gonna happen. Oh, man. Yeah, might need a consolidated calculation system. Maybe a way you could do it is to have it calculate the total amount a character is going to do with the volley and then divide it among the targets. That would be another way to preserve the single target hit. Or even just divide it evenly. That would be another way to do it. That would reduce the number of these calculations. So whenever it triggers, it's like, oh, this is going to do 37 of these, or 31 in the case of this guy. Have it calculate that out. Okay. We have 31 of this divided by 7 enemies. So that would be, what, 5 each, and then 4 to 1, 4 to 3, 4 of them, yeah. 31, yeah, minus 4. That would be 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh, we didn't kill a single one on that first volley. Do we kill any on the second volley? Generally speaking, though, whenever you go into endless modes in games like this or any other game, you eventually do reach this point where the game itself can't handle it. That is the whole thing about endless modes. Nidica has an endless mode as well that kind of tries to counteract that a little bit. Still has some issues with lag and stuff like that as you get into the last one, as you roll too much and it's trying to log all that. But it has a cutoff point where you just reach infinite versus infinite. So that generally is not going to be as big of a problem because it's fake endless as opposed to actual endless with incremental increases. I'm sorry, not incremental, exponential increases. And yes, I am sipping on drink. Now all we need is something that bumps us damage up to 2 and just exponentially increase our output as well. Although if they fix it the way I recommend, that would be a less useful trait. Although it would still double it. It would just go, instead of 2 damage 31 times, it would be 62 damage to a single target. is what I'd recommend. That'd probably be the easiest on the processor. Speaking of which, oh wow, second wave we didn't. Oh, well, you got punched to death. Okay, so if we come in here, I can actually open up this. Yeah, CPU usage is only at 39% right now. I'm actually not sure where the choke point is. Yeah, there is not a choke point. I can tell the CPU that's getting hit by it, CPU core. It's the third core for some reason. But I can tell the CPU core that's being hit by it, but that one's not even... It is maybe hitting about 60% for this. Memory, I'm not even using half my memory. I am at 41% memory utilization while having a crap ton of Chrome tabs open, OBS, Discord, freaking art program that's got a bit of a memory leak itself. Yeah, I've got plenty of stuff open. SATA, actually, that might be the choke point. I don't know why it's the choke point. Unless this is trying to save this to a file for logging purposes. Because, yeah, right now my drive's utilization is... And I record to a different drive than I'm playing this off of. Yeah, drive utilization is relatively low. I'm gonna re-roll. We skip. We just skip that. So yeah, no spikes, no nothing. We're gonna go after the false sun. We actually lost to them, if I remember correctly. The false sun, their combat traits are disabled. Oh crap. Yeah, we just lost. Yeah, we just lost. Well, it was a good run. Because we don't do enough damage to even get to him. I forgot that's the false sun's abilities. We lost to... Oh, yeah, no, we didn't lose to him before, but we're going to lose to him now. This is fine. Someone's going to put in the comments, ha ha, and I am perfectly fine with losing here. This has been way too long of a run and way too big of a spike. But, yeah, I enjoy this. And we can build this one again. With the limited pool of stuff, and I know that there's going to be people mad that there's a limited pool, but I actually like having a little bit of consistency. Would be nice to have like a ban list or a possibly deck limitation. Like you can only pull certain cards with it. That way you don't have RNG hell. Yeah, and we're going to lose here. But here, let's go ahead and fast forward it. There you go. All of them are dead. We didn't even get through the first guy because we don't do enough damage. Continue to the next depth. And we died. We could have gotten probably to about 200 if I had to take a wild guess. So exit to title. We reached depth 130. But yeah, there was something with my main drive. As far as I think it was trying to write to it with each of them. But I enjoyed that. And hopefully next time, we didn't even see all the enemies? What? I'm guessing some of these might be full version only. If I had to take a wild guess. They do all have lore. Well, I click on them and those don't have lore. Followers do. There we go. And I think encrypted just means this is a placeholder. Until we actually have their lore in. But On that note, I'm going to call it. I will see you guys next time. We might play another round of this, see if we actually can get down to 200 with that build. I like it. It's solid. It's reliable. And I have a feeling we can go for it. As long as they keep the deck pools limited for each character, I'm going to give this a 2 big old thumbs up, because that's the big downside of a lot of deck builders and random games, is they end up with just a flood of, okay, I'm getting 5 options out of like 300 fucking cards. That is infuriating because you can never have a consistent run. You can't build towards something. This feels like I can build towards it. But keep gaming, have fun, peace out. Bye.